So let it go and lose yourself in the open fields of God's heart. I said, come to the lover of soul.
Hi, my name is Sheila, and I'm a child of the King, and here's my story. I feel as though I've been the lost sheep. I lost my father at a young age and never really even knew him. My mother was always the glue in the heart of the family, which, by the grace of God, is a large one. I was raised as a Christian, although never fully understood it all. I certainly never lived a good Christian life as I got older. My teenage years were great in my eyes back then, but I was a picture of a perfect sinner. Drinking, drugs, partying, experiencing many losses through the years. I only wanted to do my own will, and in the end, as a result, it was a loss of self-respect and dignity, low morals. I felt I was just a complete loser and heathen. I did find peace for a while as I approached my 20s, but my past was never far behind in remembrance of my bad ways from the younger years and all that I regretted doing. I always worried about how others viewed me. It never really let me feel free from my past. I had already questioned my faith and reason for being alive. I lost a sister whom I felt knew me more than anyone and was my best friend. She successfully committed suicide. I grew to be so angry with God that it seemed like I just went downhill from there. I quit caring about a lot of things. Although it took a few years, I realized I shouldn't take things for granted and tried to rebuild my relationship with God. I struggled through many bouts of depression through the years. I myself wanted and tried many times to take my own life, only to wake days later with the feeling of God didn't want me and the devil was going to keep me for himself, and I felt I was living a hellish life. My ultimate ending as life as I knew it, and any hope of faith left in me, was when I lost my mother to cancer. She was all I lived for, to be honest about it. She was my everything and now gone. The day of her funeral, I closed my heart. I threw away my family, my husband, my friends, my world as I knew it, and I just left. I turned to hard drugs. I decided not to care about anything. I slowly started realizing I did care, though. And I missed my family and friends whom I had thrown away. I missed my little bit of sanity that I felt I had left. But pride got in the way, and I continued pretending life was fine in the new hellish life I lived. And after all, it's what I felt I deserved. And I hit rock bottom many times and prayed to just pass away in my sleep. I always held my head low. I hated myself and anyone who still loved me because I felt I didn't deserve any of it. Last year I came to Pastor Matt, scared out of my mind what the truth about me was. And he opened my eyes in so many undescribable ways. The main thing, I believed in him, and that I knew what he was telling me was the truth. God loved me. I was not alone, and I never was. I guess that's why I strongly believe and love the Footprints poem. There's a reason I made it through all those years. It was God carrying me through those times where I thought he had just left. The strongest lesson I learned from Matt was that God did love me no matter what, and it was not too late, and I was not an orphan. I was the daughter of Christ. That was such a powerful thing. I had a father after all. I no longer felt left alone. About 2 months ago, I started seeing doors open. There was new paths I knew to follow, and it never became so evident to me as it was God that was working in me. It's indescribable, but I had that moment. I was at a loss as what to do and how to overcome my mental health issues and just move on with my life. And strong as ever, I felt God's hand on my shoulder, and an absolute peace came over me. I've been able to do things I've needed to do to get back to where I want to be. And I have healing happening with my depression again, and people to help me with it. I have made amends with my family and rebuilding our relationships there. I have the self-confidence that I've never had before, and I see a brighter future within my grasp now. I owe this to my Father in Jesus Christ, whom I now know never left my side. And I have overcome the bad feelings I've had towards myself. I can hold my head up high again. I am proud to be the person I am, and with the power of God continually working in me, I feel I can do anything and accomplish my goals with grace. I am at such peace, and I am now a believer in living God's will and not Sheila's will. God is with me and always has been. He just carried me a lot of the way.
So let it go and lose yourself in the open fields of God's heart. I said, come to the lover of souls.